Everyone, you reach Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on toxic relationships. In order to have this discussion, I did bring in, a couple, and that's Chrisean and Blueface, and then two individuals that I'm gonna say they were friends at one point. They may have some type of relations, but both of these people, all four of these people, were involved in or still involved in toxic situations or a toxic relationship. So I'll start with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. At the very least, we can say they were friends at one point, found themselves at a party together, left that party, things escalated. Tory Lanez, we can say, because he has now been found guilty, took out a pow Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. Then he had to go to trial for it. He was convicted and can face up to 22 years, people, over 2 decades in prison. And then when he finishes that sentence, he is going to get deported back to Canada, where he came from. Now, when that whole situation was going on, people were outraged. You had people that was Team Tory, you had people that was Team Megan, okay? And a lot of people were saying, listen, protect black women, protect black females. Nobody protects them. Tory Lanez was wrong. He's the devil. He's dirty. He's nasty. He's filthy. How dare him? He could have taken her life because, you lucky was pointing at her feet. It could have been some other part of her body and she could not be here. They wanted him to pay, and they wanted him to pay like right now. Celebrated that the man got 2 decades in prison. Celebrating the fact that he can possibly get deported if and when he ever gets out. And that's fine. Listen, I'm not here to argue that case. There was many discussions on that. I'm letting that piece of the argument go. So we go over here to this Chrisean and Blueface. I'm like, okay, here's a toxic relationship. But instead of people being outraged about that toxic relationship is getting celebrated. So Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, that relationship was condemned. They beat him over the head. They dragged him for filth. And they said, throw him up underneath the cell. But Chrisean and Blueface, they got a show about this toxic mess. They're celebrated. People laugh. They think it's funny. So why not say protect black women anymore? Why are we not protecting this young black lady from Blueface? Or maybe protecting both of them from each other. So they're getting checks for the toxic situation. They're being celebrated and uplifted for the toxic situation. And then over here, we got a whole different point of view when it came to Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. But with those two, it's celebrated. It's a show. It's funny. They're crazy. They're messy. They're crazy in love. It's like, no, it's toxic. Just as toxic as the other situation was. It's toxic. Just like we said, protect black women, we need to protect her. Or maybe protect him. That relationship is so crazy. I think both of them got a lot going on and don't need to be together. So most recently with Chrisean and Blueface, they were doing an interview together. She lost it allegedly. He tells security to drag her out of there. They're dragging her out of there. It's a whole big hot mess. She's screaming. She's crying. A monitor gets broken. She's losing it. And he's sitting back watching them just manhandle the person he's supposed to love. And she's calling for him and calling for him and calling for him. And he's just not really doing anything about it. So then she most recently, what she does is afterwards, right? She goes and she writes, "Dear people, I'm sorry. Dear Blue, I'm sorry. I just need everyone to pray for me. I struggle with depression and S thoughts or S attempts, taking her own life attempts. since a little girl, only because I feel like the earth always gave it to me tough. She expressed that she hates herself and admitted to neglecting her family. It's a dark cloud over me. It's trying to consume me. To get out of this darkness, I'm going to fast, pray harder, and I'll be back somewhat to myself. I became less myself and started being more depressed, drinking a whole lot. That depression started to look like I was selfish because I stopped being there for people. Now, the Zeus Network, they're under a lot of criticism for this. And I think it's so sad. I get it. There's somewhere the tables turned and reality TV just infiltrated us. It was everywhere. You couldn't avoid it. So I think we all started watching it because it was the number one thing to watch, so to speak. And I'm not talking about their show in particular. I'm just talking about reality shows, just in general. And they're not all toxic reality shows. It's the shows like Big Brother, the reality game shows, where they put everybody in a house like a little experiment and mess with their head. And then we got all of these reality shows, from the Housewives to the this, to the that, to the whatever. Now, for me, did it take her to write this post for me to think or understand that, she was dealing with some issues? Not at all. Not at all. Every time you see any interaction between these two, Chrisean and Blueface, just toxic, like high level toxic. Well, my thing is, what I can't get over is how, again, we got situation A and the people are in outrage. Lock him up. Lock him up. He needs to pay. He was wrong. You got to protect black females. Then you got Chrisean Rock and Blueface. Nobody's saying lock nobody up. Nobody's saying protect the black female. Nobody's saying what's going over there is wrong. Now, people said this pow could have led to perhaps Megan losing her life. Do you not think all of this toxic nonsense that those two are going through over there, that somebody's not going to perhaps, if they continue on down that path, lose their life? You're busting a bottle upside somebody's head. 2 black eyes. You're constantly fighting each other, verbally, physically, playing mental hand games with each other. Then this poor young lady is talking about she has like a dark cloud over her. She's been dealing with it since a little girl. And in a network, knowing that somebody is mentally unstable will put them on TV. And TV is like a pressure cooker. You got to be ready for fame. Because even if you're the best person in the world, there's somebody out there that's going to hate on you. There's somebody out there that's going to say a comment about you just to get up underneath your skin. Now, I know allegedly the Housewives franchise, before they supposed to vet people out, so to speak, and they were supposed to be doing all kind of psychological tests and all of that before they allowed them to be on reality TV, just to make sure they're stable enough that they're going to be able to handle everything that is about to come their way. And so, yes, the Zeus Network, they should be under heavy criticism. The Zeus Network should be ashamed of themselves. And actually, after she posted that cry out for help, if the Zeus Network continues to work with them in this negativity and toxicity, they're a mess. And listen, I don't like to say, boycott something or stop somebody from making their money, but that has got to be stopped. When you are filming and presenting to the world that being in something as toxic as their relationship is okay, you're not being responsible at all. And they're a younger generation. You got impressionable people looking at them thinking like that nonsense is okay. Oh, he loves me. Oh, I got a relationship like Chrisean Rock and Blueface. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Are you making a connection? Do you understand what I'm getting at here? How do we celebrate one toxic situation, and then another toxic situation, we're in outrage and we want everybody who should pay to pay. You want Tory Lanez up underneath the jail. Never seen the day of light again. Because he did something so toxic, so ridiculous, so disgusting. But here on the flip side, flip the coin, just flip the coin, and you got Blueface and Chrisean acting crazy, and nobody cares. Chat with me in the comments, guys, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Do you understand? Explain it to me. Why are we okay with one toxic situation, but another toxic situation, we want justice? Hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next video.